Yes, and welcome to another video, guys, and this is the preview for the Watford game. Now, this is actually a massive game, of course, you know what I mean, only 6 games to go now until we are crowned Premier League champions, or unless we balls it up, Liverpool will be crowned. So, yeah, every game is a must-win. You can't drop points in any of these games. There's actually quite a lot to speak about. You've got an injury possible, no, I won't go far as to say crisis, but an injury situation. Kevin De Bruyne, obviously he was injured, he's come back. Do you rest him in this game for Real Madrid, which is midweek? Obviously a massive match, loads to talk about. Before we get into it, guys, this video has been sponsored by the guys at OneFootball. OneFootball have got an app that you can download completely for free. Links in the description, pin comment, and the QR codes on screen as well. When you download it, select City as your favourite team, or Watford, or Liverpool, or whoever you support, and you'll get all your team news straight to your phone. So I'm talking like your starting 11s for the games, transfer news, transfer rumours, which is obviously starting to pop off now as we get closer to the transfer window. You've got in-game stats, in-game commentary. There's interactive voting on stuff like player of the match and the best team of the weekend. Loads of stuff, guys. Go check it out. Links in the description. Right, okay, must-win game, bro. But it's a must-win game for both teams because Watford, who are pretty much down, if they've got any hope whatsoever of staying in this league, they have to beat us tomorrow. I don't think a point's enough because that'll leave them, bro, with 5 games, and they'll be if Burnley don't win their game, that'll still leave them 4 points behind Burnley with 5 games to go. I just don't see it. They have to beat us.
I think Watford have to beat us. I think, especially with the way that Burnley played against Southampton, they'll be absolutely buzzing going into the Wolves game that they've got this weekend. And if they're in a mud situation, because if we beat them and Burnley go and win, and say Everton go and win and do a madness or get a point against Liverpool, then Watford they can look at that and just go, yeah, we can pretty much kiss this this Premier League goodbye right now, because they are in a mud position right now. So I feel like they have to go out there and win this game. Watford can't sit there and just go, oh yeah, well, we might lose it. Well, I mean, we'll just hope that they drop points. Do you know what I mean? We'll just hope that we won't go for this game. We'll just sit back and we'll hope all the other teams drop points. They won't do that. You know what I mean? They need to go out and actually win the match, which is why you can't sleep on Watford in this game, because when everything's on the line, things can happen, innit? And that they're in that position now. I think it could play into City's hands though massively. Yeah,
it all depends what they do. I mean, if they go, oh, you know what, we'll take a point and just try and go from there, then
to fair, a point against City is decent. It is decent for most teams, but at the moment they don't need 1 point; they need 3.
Exactly.
They need to keep picking up 3 points because they're slipping. They're slipping. They're in danger of the gap between them and Burnley being massive.
Yeah, and if you think about it, Burnley's kind of irrelevant because they're still in the relegation zone. It's actually Everton that you need to look at, and they're on 29 points. So what's that like? Is it 6 points or something? I don't know. My maths is bad. 7 points. 7 points behind Everton. Now Everton's fixture list is absolutely disgusting.
It's horrendous.
And they're in serious danger of falling. So it's quite easy to see Everton getting maybe 1 or 2 more points to the end of the season. That's it, because the fixtures are so bad. Watford still have winnable games, but they also now have to start winning games against the big teams, you know what I mean? So anyway, it'll be interesting to see. Roy Hodgson has talked about in the press conference about closing down gaps, closing down spaces. So I think it's probably going to be a lot like an Atletico Madrid type performance from Watford, with a little bit more counter-attacking than Atletico Madrid. Because ultimately, they do need to win this game. So, look, it's going to be an interesting one, that. But yeah, we'll have to see how the game pans out. I wanted to speak, bro, before we move on to the injury situation. Kevin De Bruyne, obviously he had a brilliant game in the last match, but he has only recently come back from an injury. And we play Real Madrid midweek. Massive game. The question is, we're playing Watford, who are 19th in the league, right? Second worst team in this league. They've conceded 62 goals all season. Is there a potential or a possibility, and you guys will have to let us know in the comment section below as well what you think on this, is there an option here for Man City to rest Kevin De Bruyne and keep him fresh for Real Madrid, or is it too much of a risk? Are we, you know what I mean, do we back our team to get the win without Kevin De Bruyne? Is what I'm saying.
I'd back us to get the win without Kevin De Bruyne. However, I do think that we should play him and then just take him off when the game's won. Go for start your strongest and then finish with a weakened side, as opposed to fixing things if it doesn't go our way. I'd rather us, rather us go, like, it's not going our way, then we have to throw on Kevin De Bruyne, then it all seems a bit hectic, and we're going to plan B, trying to switch it up. I'd rather start with Kev and then take him off. He's still getting minutes, and I do think he should, even if we do like rest him, do you know what I mean? I feel like he'd only be rested out the starting 11. I think he would come on at some point. Do you know what I mean? Keep him fresh for that Real Madrid game. I'd rather just start him and take him off personally, just so that we can get the game won, then make the changes.
Yeah, I've mentioned this before. I completely agree. I'm always of the opinion that in these type of games, play your strongest 11 and then take the players off.
Because we're in such high stakes at the moment. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what team that's in front of you. It's always high stakes with Liverpool always right behind us. You have to win every single game pretty much at the end of the season. Yeah. So every game, and like Pep always says, every game's like a final now. So do you want Kevin De Bruyne starting in your finals? Yeah, all the time, innit? So let's get the games won and then take them off.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. But there will be some people who watch this video, and we know there are people out there who want to win the Champions League more than they do the Premier League, which is fine. That's just your opinion. And they might be of the persuasion of rest Kev
because I want him fresh. Yeah, so you don't want to risk.
It'll be interesting to
injuries.
see anyway. Let us know in the comment section below. What do you reckon? Do you think City should rest Kevin De Bruyne in this game? You know what I mean? Keep him fresh for Real Madrid. Do you think we've got enough to get past Watford, or do you think it's too much of a gamble? Start Kevin De Bruyne. Let us know what your thoughts are on that. Before we move on to the injuries, I just want to make a quick point on the goal difference situation. Now, obviously, City are currently 1 point ahead of Liverpool. Now, if City win a game in the match week and Liverpool draw a game in the match week, that then allows us one loss. But it only allows us one loss if we've got the better goal difference. At the moment, we're 6 goals behind Liverpool on the goal difference. So I feel that if we do get a couple of early goals, say we're 2-0 up within 20 minutes or 30 minutes, I think City should consider throwing the kitchen sink at Watford and trying to get like a 5, 6, 7 or 8. We scored 8 goals against them a few years ago. I just feel that if the opportunity is there, don't force it. Obviously, there's 20 minutes to go and we're 2-0 up. Don't force it. Just take the win. There's no point in Istanbul happening against us. But if it's early doors, bro, we've got a couple of goals there and we can visibly see Watford players, you know what I mean, down and out for the count type situation, I think that we should look at capitalising on that opportunity and basically going ham and trying to get as many goals as we can.
Yeah, the thing is, and you said this at the start of the season, and when you was hamming out like goal difference like every stream and that, it offers you an extra point if you think about it. Like in certain circumstances, it gives you an extra point.
We'd be allowed to lose the game.
Would be allowed. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because if it got to a stage where we were 3 points ahead of Liverpool, say the final day of the season, we're 3 points ahead of Liverpool. We've got a better goal difference. Yeah, we can lose that game on the last day and still win the Premier League. No matter what Liverpool do.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to get that. What are they? 6 goals ahead now.
They're 6 ahead of us at the moment,
and they are flying. And you know what I mean? They are flying at the moment. So it's nice to just get it a little bit closer. So by the time it comes to the end of the season, maybe we are ahead, or do you know what I mean? It's reachable.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But again, I just wanted to throw that in there because it might be an option if the game pans out as we all hope. Right, before we go on to our starting 11 injury situation, Pep Guardiola's been speaking in his pre-game conference. We just did a live stream for that, so if you want to check the whole extended version of our thoughts on that, you can go and check it out on the channel. But just a quick summary. The 3 players we're going to mention: Ake, John Stones, Kyle Walker. I'll start with Ake because he seems like the best situation there. He twisted his foot, his ankle. Seems all right. Might play, might not, but I think he's going to be fine. He might miss tomorrow and then be all right, but he's basically going to be all right, bro. John Stones, he obviously pulled up with a bit of a hamstring injury. Guy had an ice pack on his hamstring. It appears that this isn't a hamstring tear. It's just a bit of tightness. And we mentioned in the stream, again, if you want to go watch it out, it's a longer version, that he has played a lot of minutes and he might have just felt some tightness. But the best news, possibly, is Pep Guardiola is telling us the truth and not playing mind games. Kyle Walker, bro, what's he saying?
Kyle Walker is obviously, he had that nasty injury against Atletico Madrid. Everyone feared the worst, especially with the way that he was. And it was seemingly looking likely to be, he's going to be out for quite a while. But Pep Guardiola said that basically they're going to assess him tomorrow. He's getting better. Assess him tomorrow and see if he's fit for the match, which sounds very positive. But he's playing mind games.
That's the question. Is Pep playing mind games, guys, on Kyle Walker? You all seen the injury. It looked absolutely horrific. But Pep Guardiola come out today in the pre-match conference and said he's going to be assessed tomorrow. He might play, you know what I mean? So, look, I don't think he will play tomorrow.
It'd be interesting to see if he's on the bench, though.
It'll be interesting to see if he's on the bench. No, absolutely. Right, okay, starting 11. Let's get into it then. Ederson in goal. Now, at right back, obviously, Kyle Walker. We're not going to play Kyle Walker. So, the options, really, obviously, with John Stones out and Ake out, you're going to have to really play Cancelo right back. It'll be Diaz, Laporte, and Zinchenko left back, unless you can think of anything else.
No, I got to say, it's coming clutch, Diaz coming back at this time and getting the amount of minutes he did against Brighton, because we're going to need him straight away. Like, I mean, there's no embedding period, mate. You're going straight in because of injuries. But that's the only really back four I think we can throw. People might be shouting to throw, do you know what I mean, like Egan Riley or something like that. I mean, like throw some youth at the team, but I don't think that's going to happen, especially with the high caliber, the stakes pretty much that are on this game. I don't think we're going to see that.
No, completely agree. You'll expect to see Rodri in midfield. With Kevin De Bruyne, I think we'll start the game. I don't think Pep's going to, do any risks in this. I think he will start the game. Gundogan didn't have the best of games midweek, so I think you'll probably see like maybe Bernardo Silva in there with him.
It might be worth actually seeing Bernardo Silva in that role. Do you know what I mean? Because we've not seen it for quite a bit, and usually he's kind of playing the false nine. I think it might. I'd love to be able to see Bernardo back in that role where he's kind of sat next to Rodri helping out, basically the Gundo role, a box to box kind of thing.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And then it's, again, we have this conversation every week, every single game, and it's basically pick your three, you know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like Pep just picks them out of the hat. Any of them are worthy of playing. Jesus is worthy of playing. Mahrez is worthy of playing. Sterling, Foden, Grealish, they're all worthy of being in that front three. Any thoughts on how we should line up in this one, bro?
I'm just going to throw three at it that I think it might be on the basis that Pep might want to see everyone play. Before we play Real Madrid, so I think we might basically not play the players that didn't play. So I think we might go Grealish left, Raheem Sterling on the right hand side, and then Phil Foden will stay in the team and do the false nine.
All English front three. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we do line up here. Again, it
could be anyone. I'm happy if Mahrez starts. I'm happy if Gabby starts. I'm happy if, do you know what I mean, if Foden stays on the left and then Gabby's a striker and Sterling on the right. Do you know what I mean? He can do anything with this front three. I'm happy with it. I just think he might want to see the other players in the build up to Madrid, give him a chance to try and like show something. And I think at this stage, our front three, the way that we mix it about, they're all quality enough to get us the win against Watford.
No, completely agree. Guys, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below on the front three. Who should play there? Make sure you go check out the OneFootball app, guys. You really do help support the channel if you download it, and it is completely free. If you've enjoyed the video, guys, please drop a like on it. We're going to go for 1,000 likes, so that's the target today. So please drop a thumbs up on the video if you've not done so already. We're within 900 subscribers now of 50,000. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, and I know these people watching this that aren't subbed, please click that subscribe button. It's completely free, and you're helping us try and get to that big milestone of 50k. Hope you enjoy the weekend, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.